Good morning, everyone. This is Stefan speaking, and welcome to my presentation today. So for the purpose of this presentation, I will use the persona that I had created in my first presentation, which is the teacher persona. So I will once again, be your teacher today. So for the purpose of this assignment, I have selected two of the learning theories, adult learning theories that we've covered in the module 2 and 3. And those are the following: behaviorism, and so the first one, and the second one is constructivism. Okay, so actually these are quite hard for me to pronounce. So let me give you a brief description of both of them, both of learning theories. Okay, so the first one is behaviorism. What is behaviorism? Behaviorism is a learning response from an external stimulus, stimulus like such as sensation, perception, and attention. Okay, and for constructivism, it's basically a construct and an understanding of the world through the filter of your own experience. And when you're thinking experience, you have to think of things such as, your personal belief, your assumptions in life and in what you have learned or in a learning context, and actually even your social context and where you were grown and things as such. Okay, so these are things to take into consideration, and this is my description of constructivism. For the purpose of this presentation, I have created what you actually see here, my little presentation, created in PowerPoint, uploaded and edited in Captivate. I created small activities for the two learning theories that I've selected to display how I would like to use these strategies. Okay, so the design that I had in mind, right, to engage and motivate my learners. Okay, so let's begin, shall we? So first of all, actually it works perfectly, this little thing here. It was allowed by my department that I could upload this on our LMS Moodle platform. So it is of actual fully functioning training. So let's push this little play button here. Boom. And we should get to my next slide. So for the behaviorism, one thing I had in mind was the interaction. So interaction of being right or being wrong, learning from what is happening, in your live moment, so you're interacting. So you've had like some information, but now you're faced with interaction. And interaction like a drag and drop, like what this exercise is all about here, okay? Actually not a drag and drop, but very similar. You'll see the concept. It's a drop-down menu here, and you need to connect the theory with the definition, okay? So it's easy. You see, I made it very easy for this one, and so I'll show you how it works. So when I press here, okay, I select what I believe should be the definition for both theories. Okay, so here for behaviorism, I select letter A, and you see it creates that little line which connects. And so this is like an interaction, and this is how, for me, behaviorism works, And as I have like a hands-on approach, using all of my senses, moving my mouse around, having an eye, seeing the information. And of course, when I press the submit button, I will have a result. Is it good or is it not? Which is the feedback that is important, and behaviorism also involves, things such as, a reward or a punishment. So not necessarily a punishment may not apply in this case here, but if you have a low grade or a wrong answer, this is immediate feedback. And this helps you to basically engrave and transfer. This is all the knowledge transfer happens, right, from these interactions. So let's keep going with this exercise. And then I go with the next box here, and I'm going to select B, right? I just made it very easy, A and B, and I could have been multiple choice and all kinds of things, but the intent was just to display how I would like to engage my learners using this drag and drop concept, okay? And then at the end, you have to submit. So use the submit button and you press, and oh, correct. You click anywhere or press Y to continue. So this is how I find this is very interesting. This kind of approach, the drag and drop, or this, or even a quiz is also a form of behaviorism, as it gives you feedback. And if you were wrong, then you get the result, and you're like, oh, okay, I was not following. I was not following the right path. I was on the wrong path. Okay, so now I'll click anywhere, as this sentence says right here, and I'll get to my next learning theory. I'm gonna pause here because I have the voice, and actually what I'll do is I'll mute this content and I will let it play. Okay. So what I've decided to do from constructivism is to basically give a presentation, a YouTube video to my learners. Okay. So which is informative, right? So basically, I'm giving them an experience or information from a video, and then basically that will be filtered through their own lenses, and in this case, their, like I said, their social context, their learning assumptions and personal beliefs are all aspect of that filters. It actually, that information is filtered. So that what they're receiving from this video is filtered to these filters. And so what happens here, we don't have transfer yet. So they're going to be watching this video, okay? And once it's over, it will go to the next slide. And what I had in mind to do in this case here is to have a question. And so a short answer question based on, and I have a question for them, so my learners. And this is how I would engage a reflection. So basically asking them to use these filters after they've seen that video and build their own construct on from what they perceive through their own filter, and have their own construct and their own, own their learning, by building their own answer. So the question here is, based on the YouTube video, please explain how you would incorporate the transformative learning theory when creating e-learning content. And that is basically pushing my learners into thinking, and this is where they're going to use the content of what they've seen, filter that through their own filters and lenses, and come up with their own functioning knowledge and their own construct, right? So that's my intent. And then they would submit their response. And then it just goes to the next basically slides, and I have all kinds of bunch of slides. And it was just to have fun that I've created these. Basically, I was trying to have fun creating this. So this is what I have. I will put my references in the my post. That will be part of my, because some of the material came from authors and some economic a kernel from a military institute, medical institute. So I will post that in my thread. One nice thing here, we've seen the that's a quote here, but a conversation, a group collab is also we could learn from each other's experience, and this is also constructivism into play. So anyway, this is my presentation. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it interesting and pleasant. And please let me know your feedback. Yeah, it was very much fun doing this. Thank you. Have a great day.